All right, I just thought I'd make a little video this morning talking a little bit about the Ephrata Cocalico game coming up tomorrow evening. Um, Before I even get into that, and by the way, at the end of this video, I will be making my prediction of the game. So anyway, before we get into the Ephrata Cocalico so much, what a year for the Lancaster-Lebanon Berks League. We have tomorrow night, Manheim Township will be playing for the 6A district title. Obviously, the 5A title is the game between Ephrata and Cocalico, so regardless of the winner of that game, the champion will be a member of the LL Berks League. In 4A, Manheim Central will be playing for the title. They got a tough game against Bishop McDevitt, but it is Manheim Central, so don't count them out. In 3A classification, Wyomissing already won the District 3 championship, and they as well are in the LL Berks County League. So, that being said, it's been quite a year for the LL Berks League, and a little tidbit on that, Cocalico did pretty much handle both Manheim Central and Wyomissing in their regular season games. So Cocalico has been somewhat battle-tested. Not to say Ephrata didn't play anybody, but Cocalico had a fairly tough regular season schedule. Again, they lost their first game to Warwick. I'm not still so sure how that happened, but I will say this, it was probably the best thing that could have happened. From that point on, Cocalico really, I don't remember them having a close game since then. They pretty methodically have marched their way to the game where they're at now. Ephrata, also only one loss, and they beat some good teams in the playoffs to get where they're at. So regardless of which team wins tonight, they certainly have earned the respect of the district and of each other when the game is over. I'm sure of that. As far as the mentality of each team, I have noticed, as far as I know, there have been no post-game celebrations as far as parades and that kind of thing in Denver this year. In Ephrata, the last couple of weeks, they've celebrated with parades and that type of thing. And I don't see anything wrong with either way. In fact, it's pretty neat for the Ephrata kids and their coaches and the fans. I think the whole deal is Cocalico this is not strange territory for Cocalico. As far as the celebrations and enjoying the ride, I feel like Cocalico's mentality is their ride didn't even start yet. As far as Ephrata goes, it's been a long, long time since they've had this much success in their football program. And therefore, they're taking every opportunity to celebrate each win. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. I just think it's two different mentalities because of how long it's been since Ephrata's been in it. And for Cocalico, it's been sort of a routine thing year in and year out. Great year for both teams. Coach Stroll, he has taken over the last couple of years a very, very good program and, in my opinion, made it even a little better, which was not an easy task. Coach Miller, on the other hand, came into Ephrata, didn't have great success the first year or two. Last year, they came within one power ranking position of making the district playoffs. And this year, of course, they ended up seated fifth with only one loss during the season. So hats off to them. Hats off to Coach Miller for getting the players to come out, to believe in his way of doing things, sort of get rid of the old mentality. And I've always said winning breeds winning. So the year they had this year is only going to make them better in the upcoming years. In fact, I believe their B team in the midget program just won the midget, I guess it's the Lancaster Red Rose maybe. I don't know if it's called Red Rose anymore, but the midget football league that Ephrata plays in, their B team won the championship. That being said, as far as the game itself tomorrow night, here's my, and these are all my opinions. Obviously, everybody has their own opinions, and I am not looking to create any kind of bulletin board material for either team. I will say if either team at this point in time needs bulletin board material to get motivated, that's not a good thing. If these kids aren't ready to go, then I'm not sure why they're playing football. Anyway, first off, Cocalico. Will Ephrata be able to stop Cocalico's running game? My answer to that is I don't think so. I think Cocalico is going to do what they do, and Ephrata is going to be hard-pressed to stop the running game. Will Cocalico pass? I don't think so. Once or twice, maybe. I suggest they don't. As Coach Kaufman always said, there's three things that can happen when you pass, and two of them are not good. So anyway, I don't think Ephrata will stop Cocalico's running game. I don't think Cocalico is going to take much opportunity to try and pass the ball. On the other side of the coin, I don't think Ephrata is going to be able to do much running on Cocalico. I think the whole ball game is going to boil down to, in addition to, as is always the case, turnovers and penalties. If the game is turnover-free and relatively penalty-free, it's going to boil down to, in my opinion, Ephrata's ability or inability to pass on Cocalico. If Ephrata is able to get their passing game going, they have some speed on the outside. If they can get their passing game going, it's going to be a close game. If Cocalico figures out how to defend the pass, it might be a long night for Ephrata. But again, these are my opinions. Both teams scrimmaged back in August. I was at the scrimmage, and it's hard to tell in a scrimmage. It was 2.5 months ago, so whatever happened in the scrimmage really means nothing tomorrow night. But it was fairly even matched as far as I could tell. The problem with scrimmages is it's hard to tell unless you're a coach or a player. Is it the first team against first team? Is it second team against second team? I would say on that day it was very fairly evenly matched. There was not a whole lot of passing that went on. I would say probably Cocalico maybe had a little bit of the upper hand at the end of the day, but again, that and a buck will get you a cup of coffee on Friday night. So anyway, I do think the weather looks good. It's not supposed to rain. It's not going to be frigid. It's not going to be hot. It's probably going to be a little cool. I don't know about the wind. Playing on grass at Cocalico, with the weather being as good as it's going to be, I don't think is going to be a factor. It probably would be a factor if it was rainy and wet. I don't think that's going to be the case. So I really don't think the grass is going to make that much of a difference. It might slow the Ephrata receivers a little bit. I don't even know if Ephrata played any games on grass this year. And I know particularly their one wide receiver is an excellent track guy. So I'm assuming, he's used to running on turf and all-weather track. I don't know. I don't know if Ephrata played a game on the grass, and so maybe a little bit. It may affect them a little, but with the weather being nice, I don't see the grass being a big factor tomorrow night. It's going to be a zoo over there in Cocalico. Hopefully, everybody got tickets that wants tickets. I know they were trying to work something out where the parents that didn't get tickets were going to be able to get tickets, and I hope they all did. Same with cheerleader parents, band parents. I am adamantly against the online-only ticket sales. I feel if they're going to sell tickets online, they still should go back to the old way and give tickets to both schools that they can have, let's say, 2 ticket sales out of their school, whether it be an evening, well, it almost had to be an evening, but let's say they have 2 evenings, Monday and Tuesday evening, and then whoever wants their tickets, there's your chance. And then come Wednesday morning, whatever tickets aren't sold, however many they deem still available, then throw them online and let everybody have at that. But the fact of throwing them online Saturday morning right after a Friday night game, there are, believe it or not, people who probably didn't even know they were for sale for a couple days. Not everybody. I always think everybody's on Facebook. When I advertise for stuff, trivia, whatever, I think everybody and their brother is seeing it, and that is not the case. And there are probably some elderly fans that routinely attend games for each team that maybe didn't even have the ability to buy a ticket online. So I think that online only, throwing them up there on a Saturday morning is just ridiculous, honestly. But it's all, in my mind, it's all about the money. If they can sell tickets online Saturday morning, they don't have to worry about what the weather's going to be Friday. They don't, they got their money in their pocket Saturday night. And whoever wants to use their ticket on Friday, if the weather is ugly, it's up to them. But the powers that be already have their money in their pocket. And that's what, in my opinion, that's what it's all about. So anyway, that's my opinion on the ticket sales. Other than that, I'm trying to think if I want to say anything else before I make my prediction. Like I say, it's going to be a zoo. As far as if you did not get a ticket, I believe every venue that has a TV in the Denver, Ephrata area will be broadcasting the game either on Blue Ridge, or they'll be using their smart TVs to broadcast the Cocalico live stream from the Cocalico Athletic YouTube site. I personally will be sort of work, and I'm doing this totally free. I'm doing it for the fun of it. I'm doing it hopefully to benefit some people who weren't able to get to the game and want to watch it in a fun atmosphere in a larger setting. But the Legion in Ephrata, the American Legion in Ephrata, sort of reached out, and I'm going to be taking a projector and my laptop, and I'm going to be projecting the Cocalico Athletics live stream version of the game on a big movie screen in the ballroom. You don't have to be a member to come to that event. I'm not getting paid for it again. I'm doing it out of just because I want to do it. And but I am going to sign a event contract which allows anybody, whether you're a member of the Legion or not, to come into the Legion and enjoy the game if you want to. I also know that Legion itself is showing the game in the bar room on Blue Ridge. They'll have the Blue Ridge version in the bar room. I'll have the overflow, or anybody that wants to watch the live stream, in the ballroom of the Legion. But I know there's a million other places you can go watch. So, they're having it at the Whistle Stop, at the Santa Christmas tree lighting thing. I know there's an outfit that's going to set up a big video wall with the game on. I don't know if that's going to be the Blue Ridge version or if it's going to be the live stream. I will say the live stream version is totally dependent on the Cocalico Athletics live stream camera. I know they're gonna broadcast the game. They're gonna live stream it. If there would be any glitch with their camera on their end, we're sort of at the mercy of that. But if that happens at the Legion, we're all just pile over into the dining room and watch it on a TV over there. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm looking to have a decent crowd there at the Legion for my showing. But I don't care where you go watch it. Go watch it wherever you want to. I'll be wearing my Cocalico alumni football game jersey tomorrow night. I will probably be a lone Cocalico fan in a sea of Ephrata fans, but that's just for the fun of it. I honestly, I'm gonna give an analogy here quick. My sentiments on this game, I'm gonna refer to a tree. My roots, my tree trunk, some of the lower branches, they're all Denver, they're all Cocalico. On my tree of life, the upper branches are my time in Ephrata. And I got to admit, I spent way more time in Denver and in the Cocalico area than I have in the Ephrata area. I've only been living in Ephrata 6 or 7 years, I'm not even sure anymore. But I have probably made way more friends in Ephrata in those 5 or 6 years than I made my entire life in Denver. That being said, my roots run deep. My trunk is fairly tall. A little bit of me, I'm still siding with Cocalico in my heart, but I really, honestly, if Ephrata wins this game, I will be just as happy. I have a lot of friends here in Ephrata that are rooting for Ephrata. I know a player or two personally. I really don't know any Cocalico players personally. It's a rare instance where I really don't care who wins the game, and I will root 100% for whoever wins this game next week when they travel west. So anyway, I am almost neutral in this game. I want to see a good game. Hopefully everybody's at full strength. Hopefully there's no injuries. Hopefully it's a clean game. Like I have said in some posts, as far as the players go, go out there, leave it all on the field so that win or lose, you can look back and you gave it your all. And that's all you can ever do. All right. That being said, my prediction for tomorrow night, and this is totally objective, as though I was going to go to Vegas and put a bet on this game. I'm not. I don't know if you can. I'm not. I never gamble on sports because unless I have a part in the outcome, I really don't need a gamble on it. So my score, my prediction, Cocalico 35, Ephrata 14. All right, maybe the best team win, and again, hopefully everybody that wants to watch the game somewhere finds a place to do it, and maybe I'll do a game recap tomorrow night. Other than that, have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you somewhere.